Welcome to the weekly wrap with Coach Stevie G. This is where I take you through all the results for the round. So let's get straight into it. Well, as you can see, we've moved from the lounge room straight down into the man cave, Garrard's Gold headquarters. This is where we'll be doing all the weekly updates and the final whistles from here on. We've got a lot to cover off this episode. We're going to be covering off where's the Hayne plane coming on the overall site ladder. We're going to have a look at who was this week's round leader. We're going to look at the teams comp. We're in the final series. So where did you come? Was your team eliminated or did you progress to the next round of the finals? But you know what? Let's get into it. Straight into the overall site ladder. Where do I press? I press a button here somewhere. There it is. The Hayne plane. Where is he? He's dropped down somewhere. I know exactly where he is. He's in 37th position. He has been done by Coach Stevie G Curse. So he's moved down to 37th out of the whole comp on 124 points. He's only, 3 points off the lead. So he's definitely not out of it. Unlucky to the Hayne plane. Stay in there, mate. We'll be watching your journey as things progress in the coming weeks. All right, let's have a look at the Garrard's Gold Footy tipping comp ladder. And who was our weekly leader? And it is none other than the thumbnail suggests. It's WCJ Eagles. You take out round 24 with 7 right and 0 as a margin. Outstanding tipping. I tell you what, I wish that was my score this week. Well done to you, Annie. You're on 124 points. Definitely not out of it. As you have probably heard a couple of times on these updates, that the tipping comp goes all the way through to the grand final, and bonus points are up for grabs all the way through to the grand final. So plenty of points still left to be able to get. Moving on to the overall ladder, we know who's in front, but there's been a lot of changes in the rankings. The Hayne plane still on 126, well and truly clear of second, which is now Parasun on 118 with Lucky Ducky 656. So what are they? They're 8 points off the lead. So they're chasing down the Hayne plane. You've got Bunnies 22 in fourth spot, and up Cronulla and Coach Stevie G. I've dropped down to sixth spot. So there it is. There's been a lot of movements this week. There's some quite significant variations between a bottom scoring person, which is probably nearly myself on 3, and someone like Annie who's up the top with 7 correct this week. So a week for plenty of changes in the ladder, and it goes to show from one week to the next, who knows where you're going to end up in this tipping comp. All right, so we'll move on to the teams comp. Now, if you had watched the weekly wrap last week, you would have seen how the teams comp draw works. This is what the draw was for the first week of the finals. I won't run through that because we've done that last week. But let's have a look at the results. There it is. Team Meninga versus Team Johns in the first qualifying finals. Team Johns smashes them 39-33, led by Tiger Gold, SSDD, and Libby Garrard, helping their Team Johns to victory. They move straight into the preliminary finals, and poor Team Messenger, they get a second bite of the cherry, though. They're not out of it. They go into the semi-finals. So good luck next week, Team Meninga. The elimination finals was between Beatson and Messenger just gets over the line to Team Beatson 34-33. That was led by John Street, Dragon Man, Crackers, and Bronx, all getting 5 correct, getting their Team Messenger to victory by 1 single point. Poor Team Beatson, they're out of it. They've been eliminated. Unlucky, there's always next year, as a good Parramatta fan would say. So Tiger Alley, Connor Outfishing, Lee Gray, Mitch Hendry, It's Our Year, and Dolo, all gone. You're going to have to wait till next year, guys. Moving on to the next lot of head-to-head. Team Davis versus Team Gaznia. Gaznia smashes us 39-33. Team Davis are eliminated. And Team Gaznia was led to victory by Scissor Happy and D-Train Gory. But yeah, poor Team Davis. I've had a shocker. I've only got 3 right. That definitely wasn't good enough. But I'll tell you what, it would have been a really good scoring week to be able to beat Team Gaznia. They've done an outstanding job getting 39 points. But Paul, Deputy LM, You Can See 15, Helen, Hendry with his Zeds, Bulldog Breddy, Midwife Freckles, Jules, and myself, we're all out of it. We're going to have to wait till next year. Now, Team Lewis versus Team Churchill. Now, I've just noticed this graphic is incorrect. That isn't what the total score is. I forgot to update those numbers, but the numbers underneath are correct. So I can tell you that Team Churchill scored 33 points and Team Lewis scored 38. So Team Lewis wins 38-33, and that was led by Pete 7-5s. So they progressed straight into the preliminary finals. But Team Churchill, they're not out of it. They go into the semi-finals because they got a second bite of the cherry. And so everyone in that head-to-head progresses through to at least next week, and Team Lewis goes into the week after. Well, that's all the head-to-heads. I'm going to show you the overall sort of draw, for choice of a better word. That's what it looks like. You can see that Team Beatson and Team Davis, we've been eliminated, and the semi-finals will be between Messenger and Meninga, and the second semi-final will be between Gaznia and Churchill, and Team Johns and Team Lewis, they get a week off. They go straight into the preliminary finals. So they'll be playing the winners of this week's coming head-to-head. Well done to all the winners. Unlucky to Team Beatson and Team Davis. You guys are all out. There we go. That's the teams draw update. What else we got to cover off? So the final whistle. I've got it scheduled. So we're going to have Captain Grumpy on Wednesday night. It's not going to be Thursday night. I can't do Thursday night, but I want to keep a few of these final whistles going. So we're going to change it to Wednesday night just for this week. So Captain Grumpy, he's going to be on. I'm really looking forward to interviewing Captain Grumpy. He has been picked on, for choice of a better word, by many, many other people that we have interviewed. So this is his opportunity to get back at everybody. So looking forward to that. Jumping on the YouTube live on Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. It was a lot of fun last week, and I'm sure it's going to be a lot of fun this week. I've really enjoyed doing these final whistles. If you want yourself to be interviewed on the final whistle, instead of me giving you a phone call and harassing you, put your hand up. It's been a lot of fun. It's quite informal. It's just an opportunity to get to know you a little bit more than just a display name on the screen. I obviously know most people in the comp, but not everybody knows each other. So this is an opportunity to find out what goes on behind the scenes and what are the faces behind these display names. So it's been a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to Wednesday night having to interview Captain Grumpy. So there we go. That's everything that I've got to cover off. Love my new setup downstairs. I can't wait to be doing more of these live videos on YouTube. So as I always say, keep your tips smart, your banner sharp, and remember, it's all fun and games until the final whistle.